Hey guys, it's your girl London, and today we're going to be reviewing a BBB cream. So if you want to see what this is, who it's from, and what it looks like, then stick around because we're getting right into it. One Size Beauty and Patrick Starrr have done it again in the innovation category. They have created a BBB cream for those of us who want a flawless, non-textured finish, whether it's a light or a full beat kind of day. So let's go ahead and get into some of the facts about this. This is a revolutionary, one-of-a-kind blurring beauty balm that improves the appearance of skin texture with all-day hydration and comfortable wear. This is oil-free, long-lasting, cruelty-free, alcohol-free, vegan, and good for acne and blemishes, which I assume means that if you have blemishes on your skin or suffer from acne, you can wear this and you don't have to fear that it is going to exacerbate those situations. This is a medium coverage, but you can make it light if you want to use a dime size and put it on your face with your hands, which we will not be doing today. Why? Because that is not my journey. I do not use the phalanges to put makeup products on my face, generally speaking. It's a natural finish, and it comes in liquid form. It says that the white rose stem cells derived from a Japanese white rose known for its resiliency. They quickly improve the appearance of skin tone and absorb oil over time. So this is saying that the tone of your skin has become more even, and that as the oils break through, it's going to help to absorb them so you don't get extra oily. The skin-like treatment pigments are lightweight, skin-mimicking technology that instantly blurs and feels like your skin. So again, lightweight, and then any blemishes you have, it's going to blur them. Pores, it's going to blur them with that technology. And then the avocado and mango Hydra Blend boosts hydration for visibly smooth skin texture. So again, this kind of seems like this is almost like a filter from a camera right on your face. This is $33 and it has 18 shades. The 18 shades might not seem like a lot to some people because we're used to like 40 shades, but this really follows the same shade categories that the One Size Beauty powders have. So they're not necessarily flex shades, but you can kind of have some give and take with coloring, one up, one down, if you're looking for a shade that matches you. This actually has clinical tests on it, and I was actually surprised with this because there aren't a lot of foundations, beauty balms, things like that that actually do clinical tests. Several do, but it's not the same as with skincare. This says that in a consumer study with 33 participants who used the product for 1 week, found that 100%, and that is a big feat, 100%, so all 33 participants of the subject agreed that the product provides a boost of hydration to the skin, that it made their skin feel instantly smoother, and that it was lightweight and feels like their skin. So research is research. I do research for a living, and we don't have a lot of background as far as who the study was conducted on, where the study was conducted, some other kind of little details in there, but if we're just going to take it for what it is, it's that 100% of people said this, and these were the results of this. Got tongue-tied there. These are the results of this. It says that if you want to have light to medium coverage, use your fingers, squeeze a dime size amount into the fingertips, and blend from the center on out. If you want just a regular medium, go ahead and use a brush. And if you want medium to full, use a beauty sponge. That's what we'll be using today because I love a beauty sponge. So the shade that I picked up was medium dark 1, which is not the same color that I have in the powder, but this was the color I originally had wanted to get in the powder, but sometimes when I get my foundation color in a powder, it is actually too light and can leave a really dusty cast to my face, and I don't like that. So the powder I got is actually warmer than the foundation itself. This is a medium dark 1, and this is medium dark neutral undertones. So guys, let's go ahead and let's get into this packaging. The packaging for the One Star Beauty BBB cream is right here. This is what the box looks like. It's staying with the One Star branding, which is the red and white, the O/S, and it kind of just lets you know that it's turned up the base, BBB cream, and that means a Beauty Blur Balm cream. It tells you all of the little ingredients right here on the side, and I do not actually know, this must be French and Spanish on the side here. And then here it tells you how to use it, the ingredients. Then here it tells you the full way to use it. So if you're concerned as to how do I even use this, it's right here. You have the shade on the top, and then you just have your barcode on the bottom, so standard packaging. When you get to the actual product, it is anything but standard. Now I have used this already for a few days, so I know how to use it. but when I first got it, I was a little confused. So here you go, again, sticking with the one size branding. I actually really like this. I like the size of it. I like the fact that it's easy to hold, easy to carry, and it's just not big and bulky. So it's not glass, it is a plastic, but I really, really enjoy this, and it feels like, I don't want to say a high quality plastic, but it gives you the feel of a little bit of luxe, because I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is actually a shiny red, both of these pieces. So it gives it just a little bit more oomph right there. This is 1 fluid ounce, and on the back it will tell you the color. It is a 12-month shelf life, and then it tells you to apply to clean, primed, or moisturized skin. So you got this out. How would you think to go ahead and do it? I did not think this. You would think, let's just turn it like this. And you'd say, wow, that's unique that it, that's weird. It pours out kind of like, I don't know, kids yogurt, and it has a very big hole. Strange. Okay, don't do that. That's not what you should do. You want to leave this on like this. When you go here, there's going to be a small indentation right there, and you're going to just press it. And when you press it, it's actually going to open up the container for you. A little bit did spit out, so just be careful of that, but that is actually how you do it. So don't take this off when you get it. Just know that there is a little lever here. You press it, it comes out. Like I said, it is slightly difficult, and it does kind of spit each and every time. I think a lot of reason for that is that in order to do it, you have to actually squeeze the container somewhere here, and because there's that pressurized air inside of it, it is going to have a little residual spit. So do not have a white top on, don't have something important over here, because it's liable to go anywhere, or you can just cover it up and open it. So again, I really do like this. I think this is very innovative, this is very unique, but I think that, well, I like the top where you have to hold it to try to do it, because you have to press it, you are always going to have potential for a real disaster. So I think if we could just fix that, it would be a little bit better. But nonetheless, I like the innovation of the product, I like the innovation of the packaging. So I really like it. That's a 5 out of 5. Even though we need to work on this, I still give it a full 5, because I think that ultimately you could find some workarounds. You could hold it here, you could again cover it, you could find some workarounds, but overall I really enjoy it. So now let's go ahead and get into our application. So my skin is already prepped. I have my moisturizer, I have my eye cream, and I have my color corrector already on. Everything that I use to prep my skin will be put in the information box if you want to see what I use to prep. So let's go ahead and get into this. We are going to be using our sponge today. That's just the way I like to put my things on. I don't really like to use my fingers. On a rare occasion I'll use a brush, but pretty much a sponge is the way that I like to put on my foundation. Let me go ahead and roll up my sleeves, because even though they're black, like I said, it can get you good a little bit. So again, we're going to open it, and we're going to hold this now, and we're going to just hold this tiny space here at the bottom where you're not actually holding the packaging, and we're going to, and then you see you don't have this, it didn't spit out that time. So you can really work around that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze some into my finger like this. So it is not super runny. It's not a mousse, but it's kind of a mousse consistency in that it doesn't run the way another foundation would run. So we're just going to go ahead, let me put this over here. This is my mirror, so I can put this on, because we're going to do one side of the face first. And I really did like this color match. I think that it's nice, and I think that it did a good job. I don't have any primer on, because I have my moisturizer on and everything. I didn't feel like I necessarily needed to wear a primer with it. And like I said, this is not my first impression. I have worn this a handful of times, so I kind of know how it is with a primer, without a primer. To be quite honest with you, there wasn't, for me at least, wasn't much of a difference. So just put it on, and this is to me something that it definitely blends easily, and when it goes on, it almost feels like a cream to powder. Now if you really press, you can really feel like a slight, not even sticky or tackness, just a, I don't know, just a light, like you can tell that it's definitely was a cream, but it really does set itself down almost like a powder. And I thought that that was unique when I put that on, and that might be the balm aspect of it, but I found that to be unique. I hate doing this because sometimes in my footage back I'm like, girl, blend some right there, blend right there, and then you don't, you're like, oh man, I wish I could have known that that was like that. So this is my face. This is a side with the BBB cream, and this is the side without the BBB cream. So right off, I feel like I can see a huge difference. I'm looking in my mirror and in my viewfinder, but you guys know I don't have my glasses on, so I'm a little blind in the viewfinder. I feel like immediately I can see at this side, one looks a slightly different color, and it looks like it might look lighter, but it's because of the smoothing aspect of it. Once I do the other side of my face, it's not going to look like it's ashy or light or anything, but it's that smoothing aspect. And when you try to rub it in, because I did give it a go one time when I first got it, it really spreads and it looks like, oh my gosh, why is there this white cast? It's not. It's the blurring component to it. It doesn't actually look white. It settles onto the skin. But if you compare the two sides like this, it looks like this is, at least to me, like a little whiter, a little castier than this side of my face. But I think you can immediately see the blurring effect. I think that this side of my face looks much smoother than this side of my face. Just in my freckle area right here, I feel like you can see much more here than you can here, and that was just with one pump. And as you see, that was a full pump. The pump really does come out in a dime size, so it comes out not this massive pump. So if you wanted to stop right here, you could. If you wanted to put on another layer, you also could. We are going to just add another layer just for science purposes. There we go. And we're gonna just, ooh, got some of that on the lashes. And just dot this all over, and then go back in and put this on. Now, do I think the sponge itself is the best way to put this on? I wouldn't say that it's not, but I would say because it is, again, it's almost more of a moussey kind of BB cream, and because it sets to almost like a powder, like a cream to powder texture, I think you could definitely get away with using maybe like a flathead kabuki brush. I think you definitely could get away with that, and mine is finding one that doesn't absorb a lot of product. I think that it may spread the product nicely. Like if you had those, remember back in the day they had the foundation brushes that actually looked like an old school hairbrush. It was kind of like rounded. I think that those could work really nice here to spread the product around, give you some nice finish and some nice coverage. Because I think that the sponge, while I like the way it looks and it works well, I think that a brush would be much quicker. And I think that it may spread the product a bit better than the sponge, simply because of the consistency and texture. And like I said, the fact that it feels like a cream to powder, although on all the literature, I don't see anything that says cream to powder finish. So this is 2 right here, and I think that's where we're going to stop. We're not going to go any heavier. I think now, if you didn't see before, I think you definitely can see with 2 pumps, with nothing. I think it's undisputable that you can definitely see a difference over here. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do the other side. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to see how we feel about things like the look, etc., etc. I was really excited about this, and that is because I have the powder foundation, and I was really amped to see that finally we had a liquid foundation, because I know not everybody likes powder foundations. I enjoy powder foundation, but I feel like you definitely need to have like a good setting spray, otherwise you are going to have that powdery look to your face. So I was happy to see this come out. I would assume that this probably took a little bit of time to develop, just because of the consistency of it, the packaging of it, and that's probably why they didn't come out with it earlier on. But I really like it. What I will say is, do not trust the site. If you were to go look at this, you might not think that you are we are the medium dark 1N. You might think that you're not this shade, but if you're similar complected to me, you are. I think that the pictures on the website are slightly off, and they slightly give you don't know if you're 1 or 2. I think 2 was golden, so if you're like, I don't do golden, like I don't do golden, then you would go to 3, which is rosy, because that's the next best bet. And trust me, this is, as you can see, this is where you actually need to be at. So I think that online it's slightly deceptive in the picturings, but I'm finding that a lot of brands don't really have good pictures on their website as far as truly depicting what a foundation color looks like. And I think that makes it exponentially harder to find out what shade you're going to be in. Although Patrick uses you can see the shade of the foundation or the BB cream, which is how I used it. I saw when they actually show you the color of it outside the packaging. I used that because of what I went by the people. I find that, especially in this kind of medium dark range or medium tan range, that when they have people who are like this color, this medium 1N, medium dark 1N, that the people are still non-black. They may be person of color as far as how they identify, but when you look at their skin color, it is not somebody who looks like me. So then it looks like, okay, well, that person doesn't look like me, and they actually look maybe 2 or 3 shades fairer than me, so that can't possibly suit me. So I think it's important that if it can suit a complexion of my nature, which is more of a medium complexion, than more of a fair complexion like a Salma Hayek, I think it's important to put the 2 there. Otherwise, if I just see Salma Hayek, I see that, well, yes, she may appear to potentially be a person of color, but I can't really determine that clearly from a picture. But she certainly doesn't look like my skin tone. But we both very well wear be the medium dark neutral undertone. So I think it's important to just have representation of at least 2 spectrums. If it can fit 2, then to put both of them on there, because that's what made me had a hard time finding which shade I was in this. So I keep going over this because, like I said, in editing, it's like, oh, you missed a spot, and you never actually get it because you can't see it, but then in editing you can see it, and that sometimes is frustrating. So here is the One Size Beauty BBB cream, and we have the medium dark 1. This is what it looks like all together. I think that it looks really nice, and I think the color is nice. Like I said, it doesn't feel like a powder. It almost feels like if you've washed your face, done your skincare, and then maybe like 30 minutes later your face is nice and dry, but it just feels hydrated. It feels hydrated, not oily, nothing coming off, but it definitely has like I would say a cream to powder finish. And I know they don't say it's on there, but a cream to powder finish. I think this is a very natural look. You know what? Maybe because of the technology that they have that's supposed to help absorb the oils, maybe that is a powdery type consistency thing that's in here, because it feels really, really nice on my face. Like I said, it doesn't feel oily, doesn't feel anything. So I really, really enjoy it when you put it on and it just isn't going all over the place. This isn't even set. This is unset BBB cream. I keep wanting to call it a foundation because even CC creams and BB creams are always called foundations, but the B tree this is what it looks like. So here we have it going on. What I'm going to do is, you guys know I don't do long wear tests because I don't do wear tests, but what I do is I go offline, I put on the rest of my makeup, and then I come back and tell you guys what's the what. You guys can see what it looks like with makeup applied to it. I tell you how the makeup applied to it, and then we go ahead and we just talk about our thoughts and feelings about the product itself. So although I don't do a traditional wear test, you do get somewhere, usually it's about an hour from the time I put it on to the time that I do my makeup. So you do get a small, I guess you could call it wear test, but it's truly just me putting on my makeup. So I'm going to do that. It is now 3:55, and when I sat down, I believe it was about 3:30. So about 20-25 minutes it took to do that. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to say goodbye for now, put on the rest of my makeup, come back, see what it looks like with a full beat on, and then conversate about it. So I will see you guys in a second, and we will see if this beats the face and if it beats some other products. So 2 shakes, I'll be right back. Okay guys, she's a vibe, she's a vibe, she's a vibe. So I just wanted to come back and let you guys know how everything applied to the face and let you guys see the makeup a bit later. So I think we had ended it at Oh Lord, was it $3.55? I think it was. It is $5.36 right now. So you guys are in luck. You're basically getting like a 2-hour unintended wear test. So all the makeup applied beautifully. I used Gucci, I used Colourpop, I used Huda Beauty, I used other Patrick Star products. Everything applied beautiful. I used Pat McGrath, Jaclyn Hill. Everything went on nicely. Nothing skipped. Nothing looks dry. Nothing looks crepey. It has, clearly only been 2 hours, but I think everything still looks beautiful on the face. The eye look, if you guys are feeling that, then keep watching because that is either up or is going to be up. This is the Colourpop Darth Vader palette. So it's a vibe. So check that out if you want to after this. But I have to say, guys, I think it looks nice. I think the color is nice. I think the finish is really, really nice. It does give that skin-like look, but it's like matte in all the right places and like skin in all the right places. I don't know how they did it, but it is really nice. It's not oily at all. I can touch it. I don't feel gross. I've been in front of these lights because I did film another video. I filmed this Colourpop video, and I just really think it's a very, very nice BBB cream. So I would say if you're in the market, I know there's been a lot that have come out. There's been the Kosas that has come out. This one that's come out, what is the other one? Oh, the Makeup Forever that's come out. I did reviews on all those, so if you want to see those, check the playlist. I do have reviews of those up. So there's a lot coming to the market, but I think that this is a nice one. So I think that go ahead and check it out. Go to Sephora, get a little sample, and see how you like it, because I think that you are going to really like it, especially if you like the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I think that you will like this maybe even a little better than the Makeup Forever HD Skin. So go ahead, go to Sephora, get yourself a little sample, and check it out. So guys, thank you so much for being here with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up, not 1 but 2. If you have not already, please hit that notification and subscribe button and notification bell. You can't just subscribe, you also have to hit the bell, otherwise you're just kind of floating around and you'll never see any of my videos. So make sure you do both. Head on over to Instagram, follow me at London Real, see what I do when I'm not here with you on the YouTubes. Head on over to TikTok, see what I'm not doing there, because I'm still trying to figure it out, because I'm giving boomer energy, and that's where we are with that. So I'm trying to figure out how to work the old TikToks, but follow me over there anyway if you just want to support. And guys, let me know how you like the BBB cream. Do you have it already? Did my video help you find a better match for yourself? Let me know, because I really like doing these foundation videos, because like I said, I couldn't find somebody to match my color, and it was really hard, and I went through having in my foundation drawer a lot of foundations that do not match because I just didn't know what my color was. So I'm trying to be that for somebody else, that you can see what the color looks like and get a better overall idea of what might suit your skin, as well as application and hearing thoughts, and then these tiny kind of quasi unexpected wear tests when I go off camera to do my makeup and come back on. You kind of just can just see it in action with some other products on top of it, because I use both cream and powder on top of each other all the time. I do not listen to makeup rules. I will throw down a powder and I will put a cream right over the top of it and not care, and it worked out perfectly. So I hope that this video was helpful for you, and I hope to see you guys around next time. So until then guys, I love you, I miss you, and I will see you on the flip side. Yeah, bye.